Hello everyone, Valdestot here, and on today's video we are going to be talking about if Doordash and any other gig apps that we use could be in trouble. And the reasoning for that is after reading a lot of different reports and stories based on the US economy and everything that we've been seeing locally here in our market, could be in for a bad reckoning for the gig apps, but good for drivers. And here's why. And as you can see, folks, there are reports that people may be leaving the gig economy, going back to W-2 jobs. And I fully encourage you to read the full article, which I'm going to put a link in the description above, from USA Today. Okay? So I'm just going to read what it says here. No doubt, and these are the highlights, no doubt the gig economy is still the rage and growing, but many freelancers, contractors, and temporary workers who may be weary of all the hustling, the instability, and the scant benefits are switching to more traditional jobs as the economy reopens after more than a year of COVID-19 shutdowns, federal data show. And with dire labor shortages gunning up the gears of commerce, there may never be a better time to shift to a less nomadic career. That's because companies are bumping up wages, sweetening benefits, and letting many employees work from home after such remote setups went smoothly during the pandemic, blunting a key advantage of gig jobs. The number of Americans employed through temporary help services fell by 111,000 in April, the second most on record dating to 1990, Labor Department figures show. The number one was the loss of 948,000 temp workers as the pandemic upended the economy a year earlier. While the reason for last month's decline isn't clear, it appears that many of the temps were converted to permanent staffers or left their gigs for permanent jobs, says Mark Zandi, chief economist of Moody's Analytics. If businesses are feeling good about the future, they're going to rely less on temp help and more on full-time workers, Zandi says. Indeed, from February to April, the number of part-time workers also fell by 85,000 to 25.5 million, while the ranks of full-time workers surged by 1.3 million to 125.6 million, according to Moody's and Labor Department figures. These numbers show people, okay, that people are starting to leave the gig economy, and for good reason. We all know what's been going on over the years. Too many people that these gig apps think can replace existing workers while in the same time lowering pay, increasing miles, and putting up and giving us more BS in terms of unfairness and their rules. That's quite simply it. And people in the gig economy are starting to get really tired of this nonsense that these gig apps like Doordash, GrubHub, UberEats, Postmates, Shipt, Instacart, all these apps. A reckoning is coming because all these jobs, these W-2 jobs, need employees. And as you just heard and see from this report, it's all pointing signs to that happening. Now, here's a huge example of what W-2 employers are doing to poach workers to work for them. Panera, want $1,000? Just join our team before June 13th and ask management on how to collect. When wages increase because of the lack of available workers, then guess who wins? We all do, which includes the gig workers like us. In order to retain drivers from leaving the platforms, they must increase pay or risk losing the people that makes them money. It's a trickle-up effect. Plus, the ones that are still around, still doing the platforms, will gain the added benefit of more people being able to afford delivery services due to the increase of people getting better paying jobs. It is a win-win for everyone. Well, except for the gig apps, because that's what capitalism is all about, right? The problem is they only care about capitalism when it benefits them. So now that it's benefiting the workers, restaurants, fast food joints, any regular employer that needs help, like the gig apps, they're bent out of shape because they're so used to being in control of everything that, hey, they're complaining about all these people not working. They're complaining about, well, we have to increase prices to, get, good people to work for us. Well, that's what capitalism's all about, right? It is now the workers' turn to benefit from it. And to be honest, we have the pandemic to thank for it. If there's one good thing about this pandemic, it's this. Is your area experiencing these types of offers from employers such as this? In my area, there are employers posting a minimum of $10 hour signs all over the place, especially from the restaurants and fast food industry. But there are a lot of other jobs being posted in non-food service sectors as well. They include retail, private security, trucking, shipping, namely FedEx, UPS, hospitality, and healthcare. It seems like there's a shortage of workers across the spectrum. So does this spell doom for DoorDash and the other gig apps? Do you all think they'll be forced to raise base pay or pay us more with incentives? Or do you think they will keep things the same just to spite us, to keep their shareholders happy, right? And their profits high? Do you think they're going to keep things the same and sink their company into the sea hoping for more mergers like GrubHub did with Just Eat Takeaway? Leave a comment below and give your thoughts. I really want to know what you all think. And it is good to have a different perspective on this so that others reading the comments can learn from your experiences. We're all in this together. So don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps the channel's goal of attaining 1,000 subs so we can get to a daily money giveaway with bigger payouts and prizes to give money back to the channel's community. We've already gone through 8 weeks plus a 500 subscriber, event where I gave $50. Actually, no, I think I gave $80. Yeah, $80 on that. So I've given $160 in a span of 8 weeks of doing this. More money in your guys' pocket for gas, food, a free meal on me, whatever you want to call it, right? Google's money becomes your money once we get to 1,000 subs. Thank you all for watching. Have a great day, and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe because it really helps the channel out, which in turn helps you all out. Take care and have a good day.